Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Heather and today I'm going to be doing a Get Ready With Me fall edition. I guess the best way to put this is that it's officially fall and I'm going to be getting ready for absolutely nothing. I really just kind of felt like doing my makeup today and I figured what better thing to do than to film it. I love makeup videos. I especially love Get Ready With Me just because it's just kind of like chit-chatty. It's getting to know, the person. It's getting to know the products. It's not so much of a tutorial so much as this is what I do currently. And I think that's also fun. Like, it will be a little experimental because I'll be using some things I've never used before and I wanted to try them out. And then the other part is like a lot of it is stuff I've already used. So, I mean, this should be fun. It'll be a nice mix. So, we'll just get right into it. By the way, the first primer, I'm already just like I said, I just did my skincare. I wanted to wait until the moisturizer and the sunscreen kind of sunk into my skin so that it wasn't so like, oh, my makeup's gonna fall off. And I did now this is really old. I don't know if you can still get this, but I need to use it. It's the Beauty Rush by Victoria's Secret Soothing Lip Balm. That's why my lips are kind of pink. I just rediscovered this and I was like, why the hell did I never use it? This is amazing. But I'm going in with the Cover FX Blurring Primer. This is in a project pan that I'm doing, which is why I'm using it. But it just looks like that. It's like skin tone, but it's going to blur. I mean, and it does a good job of that. I just can't use it all over my face. I have dry skin. I'll probably say this in like 50 million videos, but I have dry skin. And, yeah, I mean, the blurring primer, it doesn't feel like it strips my skin or anything, but it's not hydrating. It's kind of silicone-y, but not. I don't really know how to explain it. You know what would really help is if I had a mirror. I love how I think about these things like way after the fact. Because like I have my main bathroom mirror, which is what I'm using, but like for more of that up close stuff. So next I'm going in with the Dr. Brandt Pores No More Luminizing Primer. Because us dry skin girls really like to glow. Isn't that funny? I just think that's so, I kind of went in with a lot. I just think that's really funny, like, not in like a haha kind of way, but it's kind of odd, but it makes sense at the same time how like people with different kinds of skin, like their skin to do different kinds of things. Like for me, having dry skin, the majority of what I like is to have a glow because I want it to look like I'm not dry. But then like people who have oily skin want to be really matte because they want it to look like they're not a giant grease ball. So it really is this whole case of like the grass is greener on the other side. Like we all want what we can't have. We all want what everybody else has. And I think that's so funny to me because like we really should be celebrating our skin and instead we're like trying to change it. And then here I am like putting on makeup. I mean, I love makeup. I don't get to wear it every day. So because of that, skincare has become literally my life. And I'm, like, hey, if I gotta run out to the store, I want to make sure that I look nice, but I don't always have time to do my makeup. So like, I really try to take pride in my skin. I try. It doesn't always work. Next, I am going in with the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place in the shade 2W0, which is Warm Vanilla. I'm going to be using two brushes. The first one is the Real Techniques Essential Foundation Brush. I literally just use this to like paint it on. And then I will be using the Morphe M439 to buff it out. And just in case, I do have a Real Techniques sponge that I like to use just to kind of like make sure there's no streaks or anything. The one thing I don't like about this is that there's no pump. Like, it's not because I know pumps are like the super sanitary dealio of today, and I love pumps. It's more of just because it's convenient and I don't have to do this crap. But just take my paintbrush and I do that. I know this is gonna seem extreme, but I'll just go in and buff it out. Kind of like stipple it, and then once I get it kind of where I want it, I'll buff it out. And then also, don't forget to get your ears, because miraculously our ears just don't match our face. I'm trying to see if I can make it so that you can like see me better. And I'm sorry, I know this lighting basically sucks, but it's what I got right now. I'm in my bathroom using fluorescent bathroom lighting, but you know what you gonna do. I actually gotta say, this is super weird, not just being like as close to the mirror as possible, but I mean, like, look at the difference here. Like, I think it looks beautiful. I'm actually really new to this foundation. I've used it a couple times, but I'm still new. And so far, I have to say, I am loving it. It's just, I mean, like, I think it's great for dry skin. Absolutely. And it, like, it feels really good. It actually does. I wore it to work one day. Don't forget to bring it down your neck, guys. You don't want to look weird. You don't want to look like you're wearing a mask. But I wore it to work, and I got so many compliments on my skin. Now, mind you, again, a lot of it has to do with the fact that I take care of my skin, but then a lot of it also has to do with the fact that I don't wear makeup to work very often. Because who's really trying to wake up at 5:30 in the morning when they don't start work until 8, you know? Excuse me. I'm sorry. And so, okay, so like you can tell just now, my face now looks a lot lighter than it did in the beginning. And that is because my face is naturally darker than my neck, which I hate. So I know I look probably super weird, but I always bring the warmth back. I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to like block you guys, but I always bring the warmth back with like bronzers and stuff. And then I'm always pretty careful to get the foundation into my hairline. Guys, don't be afraid of getting makeup in your hair. It washes out. Like, would you rather worry about it getting in your hair, or would you rather have like, I mean, like, if you worry about it too much, like, you're just gonna have this like line of demarcation, and you're gonna be like, oh my god, like, you notice it more. I'm like, I'd rather just get in my hair, and then you could brush it out. I am so sorry. I'm like trying really hard not to block the view. I'm also just trying to make sure that this is done right. I think I just like wiped some off, I'm not gonna lie. I'll put some back on. But yeah, I have been loving this foundation so far. This is actually, not gonna lie, it's a little weird trying to apply makeup not normally. So shout out to all the beauty gurus out there and anyone who makes makeup videos, because this is hard. Because you have to worry about like not blocking the camera, and you have to make sure the lighting is good. So what I was just doing is kind of wiping off all the extra stuff. Yes, makeup is still gonna be on your brushes, but I'm like, if I can get the majority of the product off, it won't be sitting there forever. So I'm done with these guys. I actually don't think I need to go in with my Real Technique sponge, because like the brush that I use, the Morphe brush, it's like fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. This is where I'll definitely use my sponge. I'm going in with the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer in Medium Peach. That's what that looks like. It's actually a lot lighter than, oh my god. I've used this before, but I'm still so shocked. Like, do you see how big this is? It's ridiculous. But I will be going in with my sponge because I don't like using brushes for concealer. And yeah, actually, I'm usually super used to using, like doing my eyes first. But since I know that the eye look is probably going to be a little more simple, and I know the products I'm using, I'm not like scared of them like falling out or anything. So, whoops, sorry. Down the nose, a little right here, here, and here. So I know you guys have probably noticed, like I have this weird ass mole that's super off center on my chin. That's a fun story. It actually never used to be a mole. I don't know why I just put that in there. But it never used to be a mole. And fun fact, moles, don't be ashamed of them. Moles are just excess skin growth in one area. So like, don't be ashamed of that. It's not always a bad thing, okay? But what happened with this guy is that, like, again, I was in elementary school and I was playing around, fell, and I got a scab on my chin, right? So I picked at it. Finally, I stopped picking at it, and it just kind of like, I don't know, morphed into my skin. And I know that sounds super weird and like maybe not even possible, but girl, I'm telling you, it's possible. And all it is, like I said, is just excess skin growth. Recently, I've just been like trying to figure out all the weird things about me and just see if it's actually normal. Because I don't want to die. I mean, I know I'm going to eventually, but... Sorry, that was kind of morbid. But I don't know, like, I'm a morbid person, but, like, I also have morbid humor, so I'm not that kind of person that's like, I'm gonna kill myself. Like, not like that. I understand that life happens, and I understand darkness, and I'm not a dark person. I just, like, it's just weird. I seem to have this dark humor, and I have no idea where I got it from. Like, my parents are not like that, so maybe it's just me, I'm just weird. Okay, so now that I am concealed and ready to go, okay, so I'm just going to, I don't know, do I squeeze it? Obviously, you can't do that. So I poured like the teeniest amount into the cap because more would not come out. I don't know how to bake, guys. It's fine. I can watch all the videos in the world and like I'll never know how to bake. Okay, maybe we'll just use a sponge. Okay, let's try this. Let's try. That looks more bakey, right? Yeah. And I know you can like press it in more, but like I want it to sit. And I know that's also super weird because people with dry skin don't typically bake. I'm really just kind of doing it to practice because I want to know that I'm doing this right, you know? We're gonna use this. It's like an eyeshadow brush, but you know what? We're just over here living our best lives. We're just gonna set the eyes and not even worry about baking anymore. We're gonna use a baking powder to set under our eyes, but we're not going to bake with it because apparently I suck. So anywhere that I put that concealer, so all over my eyelids, I'm gonna get right up in this like third eye area, go back in, get it down the nose, my lip, and my chin. So, and I'm using the Banana Light because that banana powder was super dark, yo. And I'm only putting the banana powder where I put the concealer because I'm trying to brighten my face. Okay. I'm really sad that y'all can't see like what I see, although what I can tell on camera, I look way more powdery than I do in person. Like, I gotta double check this, hang on. So that was a first for me, and apparently I can't bake, but so far, I mean, the powder itself does, to me, it does not feel drying yet. I am going to now go in with the Becca the Hydra Mist Set and Refresh Powder. Oh my. This powder is just waiting for me up top. Okay. What I am gonna do, I guess, is I'm gonna take the flat side of my sponge and just put it everywhere to set the rest of my makeup. Oh my god, that feels so good. I've used this one or two other times. It literally feels like I'm putting water on my face, which is pretty cool. 'Cause like it's powder. So I know like I look super washed out right now, but that's okay. And I'm gonna like push it into my nose, like in those creases and underneath. But I'm not worried about being washed out right now because I know that I will be adding more color in with a bronzer. And I'm not contouring today because I really don't see the need. I think like I love the idea of contouring and I love contouring. It's more of just because like this is just kind of like a basic like everyday kind of whatever, and I don't contour every single day, so I almost feel like there's just no point, you know, here. And just in case, I'm just going to take this big fluffy it's a Real Techniques powder brush, and I'm really just kind of using it to make sure that I don't have like a ton of excess powder all over my face, because again, dry skin. You know what's really funny? Like, I have dry skin, but I love powders. Like, it doesn't always feel good, but I love it. Next, I am going to go in with my Butter Bronzer from Physicians Formula, and I'm using a Morphe M581 brush, which is just kind of like a tapered fluff ball. Like, it's fluffy so it'll spread, but it's also tapered so it'll get where you want it to go. Just get in there, tap off the excess. And it just brings back the warmth. Go in there again. And I bring it really high up into my hairline. And then I go in. Again, I just kind of follow my hairline with this, and I think I'll leave like this part alone and just kind of do temples, and then just a little bit down here. Not really for chiseling so much as just for the added color. And like, you'll notice that when I go to do my blush as well, that I really like to bring my powders all the way back to my ear, because I just think it looks more natural that way. And I get under my chin, because I have to, get right here. Okay, double checking. We want to make sure we look good. So, and I do love the butter bronzer for like that kind of everyday bronze, because I don't feel like it's too warm or too cool. Like I feel like it's kind of in between. It's also very subtle, so you can build it up if you want, which is what I'm doing now, because I want to bring back the color to my face that I lost when I applied all that powder. And then I just kind of take the remainder and I just dust it all over my face, like on my nose, my lips, and like it's not a lot, like it just adds like the tiniest little bit of color, right? Okay. Next, I am going in with this Note blush in 05 Desert Rose. Again, if you watched my Project Pan video, you understand that this is a little upsetting to me. Like, this teeny tiny little thing is the product, and this is the packaging. The reason why it's annoying is because it's very misleading, and I'm just kind of like, I want more product. So, like, I don't mind a tiny little pan of blush, because blush takes forever to get through. Anyways, before I move on, I'm using this Moda brush. I don't know which one it is because there's like nothing else on it, but it's supposed to, I think it's supposed to be like a powder brush, but it's really like light and fluffy, which is what I like to go for with my blushes, so that it doesn't, and this is super pigmented blush, so I like to start like in the middle of my cheek and then eventually bring it forward, you know, because I don't want too much pigment on the apples of my cheeks. So if I feel like I've picked up too much or something like that, it doesn't overwhelm my face. But I thought this was like, so I put this one in my Project Pan for a few reasons. One of them though is really just to use the product more and like make myself use it. Not even so much to finish the project, just to use the product. So I just dipped a little bit more in there. And I kind of like to blend it with my bronzer so that it doesn't look like they're two separate things. But again, you see me, I pull it all the way up to my hairline, because that's my most natural flush. Like when you put blush on, just do what naturally happens to you, because then it just looks better. Or you can use it to change your face, which I kind of do both. Okay, so I kind of, you can see I'm like stamping it on first, and then I'll go in and I'll buff. And then I bring it a little bit more forward, so it's on the apples of my cheeks. Don't forget to smile, guys, because we like this. And then sweep it back. Yeah. But yeah, I love this powder brush for blush just because even though it's so big, it's also not very dense. So for a very pigmented blush like this is, it's not going to overtake your face. Like it's going to be very, like it just spreads a little bit easier. I'm gonna test this out using a brush because it didn't really work the way I did it last time. So this is another Project Pan item. This is the Super Shock Cheek. It's a highlighter and it's in the color Flexitarian. It's a extremely blinding, creamy, champagne-y highlight. And it's not working. This is definitely something that's just better if you use your fingers. So I'm just not gonna use it on my cheeks, but I'll probably use it on like my nose and like the inner corners of my eyes. So I think what I'll do, we'll try something new. I'm gonna go in with my Ofra highlighter in Rodeo Drive, which is a nice like gold highlight. And I think it, like, gold highlights are not just great for summer, but also for fall because it's still like a warm color month. Yes, girl. So I get it on the high points of my cheek, and then I kind of bring it up to my eyebrow a little bit, like, so it's doing this like C formation, you see? Oh, that is beautiful. Fun fact, first time I've ever worn this highlighter. It's beautiful. Oh, and it's I'm not saying it's like a subtle highlight, but when I say that, I mean it's very blendable. So I'm loving that. So just dipping right back in, tapping off the excess, and oh, gets me every time. Just right on that cheekbone and up towards the eyebrow and the temples, because girl likes to glow, all right? And then I really just like to kind of sweep it back and forth so that it blends very nicely and seamlessly. And then just whatever's left on my brush, I just go a little bit here, you know? I'll do that. I'm trying not to get this in the way, I'm sorry. So, you know what we will do? I'm gonna go in again a little bit more. Bring it down the nose. Are we seeing this? Oh, do you see that right there? Oh, oh girl. You see that shine? Oh yeah, look at that nose. I'm feeling like a glow queen. We might just say, screw that Super Shock shadow. I know, like, I can use it in other ways, but I'm thinking for highlight, I'm like, I'll probably just stick to using it on, oh my god, this almost looks like wet, you know, like, this is gorgeous. Oh my god. Like, I'm not even, you know, I think this is a very, like, buildable highlight, because it started off relatively, like, I gotta go in with some powder later because I brought it too far in my cheeks, but I'm getting too excited about it. So, but it's very buildable. Like, it started on a more subtle side, but oh my god, look at that. And then I just feel like you can, like, make it more intense. So yeah, oh my god, it's gorgeous. So I do have that lip balm on that's making my lips look naturally pink. They are not this pink. Okay. You know, but let me kind of show you where I'm at with the Super Shock. Like, you have to use your finger for this. Okay, but like, you see that? It's still a gorgeous highlighter. It's just hard to, like, you can't use it with a brush, but like, look at that. That's like cha-ching. So we'll just do that there. We'll do a little here. On the Cupid's bow. Honestly, I think that's the only places I can put it besides my inner corner. So I'll probably do that as well. And maybe like there. So that's pretty. But yeah, I'll probably just go in it. It's like an inner corner highlight. But like, cha-ching, girl. Dang, Oprah. You outdid yourself. I know this is not a new highlighter by any means, but like, damn. Oh, your girl's feeling it. We're not gonna worry about cleaning up the face just yet because, you know, shit can happen. But I'm gonna take off the lip balm, even though I'm not putting on lipstick yet. But I just want my lips to like kind of dry out a little bit first. While I'm doing my eyes. I am, like I said, using the majority of my Project Pan items. Sorry, I'm like trying to readjust everything. So what I'm going in with is this flat top brush. It's a BH Cosmetics 139 brush, and it's just like a flat top brush, like, I don't know how to explain it. It's flat. And I'm going in with my MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. And I'm just gonna take my brush directly into the product because I feel like that just works best for me. I have used my fingers and I have used synthetic brushes, like kind of like concealer style brushes, but then I feel like I get too much product. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in and just kind of slather my eye with the primer. And I'm doing this before my eyebrows because if it gets into my eyebrows, like I can mess them up and it's not going to ruin something I've already done, you know? So now the soft ochre versus painterly. Like a lot of people, you'll hear them talk about like, you know, why is it such a big deal which one you get? It's really not. It's just personal preference. Like painterly is kind of more pink skin tone, and then soft ochre is kind of more on that yellowy side. So that's one eye done. So you can tell the difference because like my veins aren't showing as bad. Like they still kind of show, but it's not as bad. So I'm gonna go back in, pick up some more product, kind of swirl that around. That's a lot of product when you mess up your brush. Probably shouldn't have done that. Oh yeah, girl picked up a lot of product. Holy crap. Whoops. It wasn't supposed to go that far. Okay, well, either way, I have used painterly and soft ochre, and to me it's all the same. I mean, like, I know the differences between them, and I see the differences between them, but like, it's not that big of a difference. It's just pink or yellow, take your pick. I'm just gonna take some of the excess on my other eye, and then I always have trouble getting the inner corner no matter what I use, so. Alright, so what I was originally gonna say is, like, I'm gonna take a break from adding products for a second, and I'm going to, like, take all the powder and just kind of mesh it into my skin, and I'm just going back in with the Mario Badescu Rose Water Spray, just to, like, get it all to sink in. You can think I'm excessive all you want, but when you have dry skin, like, I'm not even setting my makeup, I'm just trying to make the powders kind of mesh together. Oh, this feels so good. It's also really fine mist, so it doesn't, like, get your makeup all chunky, you know. But I like doing that a couple times throughout the makeup process because I think it just makes your makeup look more natural and, like, better, like it's just your skin. And you can use anything you want. Like, you can use the Fix Plus spray, which it's, like, notorious for, is the whole, like, make your makeup look better thing. But you can use any facial spray, anything you want. It's great. I like to use my fan because it helps the drying process go way quicker. Because, like I said, I don't always have this much time. I'm just lucky because it's a weekend and my husband decided he was going to watch Blake while I did this, so I got lucky. And I'm gonna go into this shade right here in the Pure Soiree Diaries. This is BoxyCharm and Pure, I think. No, it's just Pure. So this is in the shade Gala. I'm just going into there, tap off the excess, and then going into my crease. I'm using this as the transition shade. I'll do that, that's better, right? And you can see I hold my brush by, like, the bottom when I do transition shades. And I just want it in the crease. Ooh, hang on a sec. I'm going in with a clean brush. This is a Real Techniques domed shadow brush. I'm gonna try this one. I'll wipe off this mirror as I get eyeshadow on me. Going back in with Gala, this one right here. Tap off the excess, and that's better. All right. But I just think it's so funny I really do, because you really just kind of get a little bit more into people's lives when you do this. And you kind of just see like, hey, shit happens. We're all just experimenting, unless you do the same thing every single day, which sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Go back in. And again, I'm only using this shade because I do not have a transition shade and I cannot talk. But I don't know, you get to know people, it's fun. I'm really liking this dome shadow brush for transition because it's so just like blending out the shadow. I know, again, like I'm looking super powder, I promise I don't look like this in real life. I don't know why it's doing that. And we're just gonna do circular motions now. We look up, we check where we're at. And sometimes I'll notice that like I've taken my buffing a little higher on one eye, so I just try to match it the best I can. Okay, that looks good. Just brush that off a little. I'm gonna keep that handy. Now, sorry if I'm like going off camera here. Oh, I got one better. This is my eye makeup brush area thing. I'm gonna go in with, I think this brush would do a good job. So, what is this one? This is the, oh, this is Real Techniques. This is the Essential Crease Brush. I think this came in like a different kind of packaging. But I'm going in with another project pan. This is the e.l.f. Brightening Eye Pot. It's a single shadow, okay? And it's just a kind of darker taupey brown. Tapping off excess. Let's see if we can just like look a little normal today, huh? And then I'm just going right into the crease, but also the outer corner. Just adding a darker color. I don't think that's doing anything. Wow. I mean, like, it did something. It's just not doing what I want it to. I want it to, like, I'm not even tapping off excess anymore. Like, I want this on my lid. Like, a little bit. Oh my god. Guys. Well, if you want a more subtle eyeshadow look, this product's for you. Like, look guys, I'm like trying. Like, I'm gonna use this product. Now I know it's not the best for like if you want a lot of pigment. I'm gonna try to bring it in a little. Like, it's not hitting my lash line enough. I'll probably have to go in with a different brush and a different color to like do what I want it to. My god, this looks horrible. It's not even just the color, it's also my application, because I was so focused on the fact that like you can't even see it, and then what you can see just looks like garbage. Like, e.l.f. is a good brand, but this is like a super old product, guys. It's super old. Realistically, I probably shouldn't even be using it, but I'm stubborn and like I'm gonna hit pan on this thing. Whatever. Just get rid of the excess dustiness. I'm just gonna go back in with that dome brush and just kind of soften out the look. Or just wipe away all the shadow, that's fine too. It's fine. is already just not going well. I'm going to take this like flat shader brush. I think this is a BH Cosmetics brush, but there's like nothing written on here. I'm going to go in with this that I've already panned. It's called Private Party. And I'm just going to go up towards the brow bone, kind of just lighten up this whole area by my eyebrow. That's another reason why I like doing my eyeshadow first, even though I look super crazy, is just because like I can get into my eyebrow hair and not mess it up, you know? And that just kind of like lifts your eyes. I didn't even apply a lot of that. I love this palette. I have panned this, obviously. I have a huge dent in here. I haven't even touched, well, I've barely touched Mogul, which is this yellowy one. So I'll probably use this now that Private Party has kind of panned. Next, I'm going in with the ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in Amaze. And this one is an Ultra Glitter. So again, like we know with the Ultra Shocks, I'm going to go in with this finger. You have to use your finger because, or I mean, you can use a synthetic brush. I just don't think it gives you like the same effect. So this isn't just like it's not a highlighty shade. It's like glitter. But remember, we're going to go in with the Super Shock Cheek from ColourPop for our inner corner. But this is just like a normal, everyday kind of fall look. And honestly, I think glitters are great for every day. Like, and here's why. Like, this isn't like a full-on glitter. It's just, I don't know. It's not a full-on glitter. But I think that glittery things on your eyes are just great and shimmery because it just makes your eyes pop a little bit, you know? Okay. So we did the damn thing with our finger. I hate using my fingers, to be honest, but I know I gotta do it sometimes. I'm gonna save doing the inner corner until we kind of finish out the look a little bit more. Just because I want that like pow factor. God, I hate, you know what? This will be great. I wanna see this. This will be a great under eye color because it's so damn freaking light. You know, until I actually go in expecting it to be light, and then all of a sudden there's a little bit of pigment, right? Yeah, I'm that person. So I like, this lighting sucks. I am so sorry. I promise I will let you see what I'm doing and we'll get into some more natural lighting. This lighting sucks for doing makeup. Like, not for doing it, but for filming it. Definitely. And even though this is like a darker shade, I am bringing it all the way in. Because it's fall and I'm a cold-hearted bitch, that's why. Oh, that part kind of looks dirty. All right, cool. That was an easy fix. I have very sparse eyebrows, and here's why. Because when I was in middle school, I severely overplucked my eyebrows, and it looks gross. So I do eyebrows now. And I am using the MAC eyebrow pencil in the color Spiked. And just kind of tracing underneath first, and then watch this. So then we're gonna brush down and make us look hideous, right? But you can like see that freaking line. And then we're going to follow, oh shoot, I'm gonna follow the brow, the tail, and you're gonna go up. Don't go all the way in, you want the bottom part of your brow to like stick out farther. So here's what I'm doing. You see, I'm not filling it in yet. Just gonna bring it up, kind of spoolie it out a little bit. Now, because the color is spread, now you're gonna see where the patchiness is. And now you can go ahead and fill in the sparse areas. You can hear my son. It's okay, he's cute. So why is it that one eyebrow always looks better than the other one? You know that whole, I mean, like everybody's heard this a million times, like some people say your eyebrows are sisters, not twins, and some people say that your eyebrows are cousins, not sisters. Personally, I like the sisters, not twins thing because it's like you tried. You got as close as you could to making them look the same, but they're just a little different. And those are my eyebrows. I'm not that great at eyebrows, to be honest. Like, I kind of suck. But trust me, they look a lot better than they normally do. Maybe filming is like going to help me achieve better eyebrows. Next I'm going in with the Brow Gal. This is like a, what is this? It's called the Insta-Tint, and it is a brow gel. God, I think I'm almost out of this stuff. So it is a brow gel, sort of, but it also adds a little color. And since I use a darker pencil, this one's good because it's a lighter gel, so it's kind of like adding some dimension. And it also has fibers, like microfibers, so it actually makes you look like you have eyebrow hairs, which for someone like me who just doesn't, because I overplucked, since I think I'm starting to run out of that product, I'm just gonna add a little bit of Benefits Gimme Brow, just to make sure that this is staying in place, because it's kind of feeling really dry to me. I'll probably pluck that hair, Jesus. And I feel like just like not a lot of product was coming out, so. And the Gimme Brow has some tint in it as well. Like, if you have fuller brows than I do, you could probably get away with like just using a Gimme Brow and not using an eyebrow pencil. I swear it doesn't look as bad in real life as it does on camera. I promise. I know I look horrible right now. That's so weird. Okay. What I am gonna do though is pluck this one eyebrow hair, because it was literally just like standing straight up. It was driving me fucking nuts. Okay. Brows are done. I know it looks scary. And we're going in to mascara. This is Maybelline the Falsies Volume Express. Really old one. We're fine. Oh, hello, clump. Clump alert. So, my favorite trick to use, not that I'm entirely successful with it, is that when you're applying mascara, get like a mirror and then like have it below your chin so that you have to look way down. And that, it doesn't, I'm not great, but it doesn't necessarily, I don't know. The trick is that if you do that, then you get less mascara on your eyelid. How about that? And like, here's the difference already. And it's just one coat of mascara. So I like to do my top lashes first and then go to my bottom lashes because that gives this time to dry. So again, that's like one coat of mascara. I did get a little bit on my eyelid, so guess that means I'm putting eyeliner on. And now just doing lower lashes. I'm going in with this eyeliner pencil from Vintage. And just getting my waterline. This is in the shade Jet Black. I'm not really impressed by this pencil. Like, it's nice. It does kind of go in the waterline easily, but it's just a pencil. I'm taking a synthetic pencil brush, going into Flexitarian, and I'm just gonna pop this in my inner corners. As you can see, I popped on the inner corner highlight, and I took off my like sweater shirt because I'm dying, I'm pregnant, I don't feel good. So I'm just gonna finish this look up. Alright, so as you can see, I ended up just finishing up my look. A couple things. First of all, ignore this. This is like pregnancy breakouts. It's super annoying. Can't get rid of it. But going with the look, like all I did, I had to sit down for a while. I just wasn't feeling very good. It's very hot and being pregnant kind of sucks. But all I did was the inner corner highlight, which I think you saw the end of. And then for my lips, to finish off the look, I went in with this, I think it's Scone Cosmetics Luxe Doubler. Oh, it's an eye and lip pencil. That's why it says doubler. But it's like a berry color. Let me see if it has a shade name. Yes, this is in the shade 18 Wine. It's more like a berry. Then I went ahead and put this Stila liquid lip on. This is the Stay All Day liquid lipstick in the shade Rubino. It is a very like deep burgundy color. I think it is beautiful for fall, and it's a great statement lip for like a very subtle eye look. I actually really, really love it. It is drying down to a matte formula, and I think it's beautiful. I love how my look came out. I know I look ridiculous right now. I love how my look came out. And I'm really sorry for not showing you the whole lip thing, but I really wasn't feeling very good. I don't know, I am like loving my look. I'm gonna get you away from these fluorescent lights so that you can like really see everything. But before I go ahead and do that, I am going to set my face. I'm not putting on eyelashes today because I honestly don't even really think I need it. I don't know why I'm shaking it, but I'm gonna shake it. This is the Urban Decay All Nighter Spray. Take my fan. That feels so good. Yeah, I mean, like I said, like I started not feeling very good, and I just had to sit down for a second. I was just really, really hot. So, and then I'm gonna go in with one more coat just to be on the same side. This is a very fine mist. This is also my first time using the all-nighter. With that being said, now that I'm like done with my look, I'm going to see if I can find a bit more natural lighting for you. Try to get away from the light here. Now I'm in my shower, but you see what I mean? Like, it looks so much better in person, and like, I don't know, it just looks normal. I'm kind of living for this lip. I think I just went like a hair over here. But like, look at that. That's the Super Shot. It's the same color that's in my inner corner. Same that I did on my upper lip, but like, look at that over highlighter. It's beautiful. I am living for this look right now. Super easy on the eyes, really bold lip for fall. I think it's just an easy look. Because then you can play with your lip color. You can have a more natural lip color. You can have, you know, more bold lip color. Like, you could just do a lot. So, I'm like knocking over everything. I want to say thank you so much for watching this video. It was really long to film. Hopefully, after editing, it won't be as long to watch. But I had a lot of fun doing it, and I'm so glad I got back into it. And I'm sorry that there was like that really awkward cut towards the end. I just like, I couldn't do it anymore. Like, let me just show you guys like where I'm at, and then maybe you'll understand this a little bit. Do you see this? This is halfway through pregnancy, ladies and gentlemen. So this is 19 weeks of work. So, I mean, it's getting there. And I'm just like, I don't feel good. I have to rest often, but I'm also still trying to maintain kind of a normal life. So we'll see. But I had a lot of fun doing this video. It's just a simple get ready with me. Like, I tried a couple products I'd never tried before. I tried some new techniques that I'd never tried before. And this lip color I've never tried before. So that was actually pretty fun. Other than that, I am done. I really have to go sit down or like lay down or something and get some cool air on me. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you had just as much fun of a time watching this as I had making it. And I actually just kind of realized I didn't really smile the entire time, but I just get so focused. So I hope that like you guys don't take me not smiling as like offensive or that I'm not having a good time, because I am. I just like, I get so focused. I don't like this business, but like, what are you gonna do? I don't know. But I just get so focused, and oh shit, I get very focused, and then I can't really control my face sometimes. I do have resting bitch face, so I apologize for the lack of smiling. I hope you guys could just understand. I'm also pregnant and just trying to make it through the day. But again, I just hope you really enjoyed watching this as I did making it. And you know, if you like it, stay tuned. And you know, obviously I'll do different looks. This was just a simple get ready with me, like what I would do in the fall. So have a great rest of your day, and I will catch you next time. Bye.